This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Amanda Kacerick from Besser Museum. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Nancy.
So I know you're open at the museum and I know things are real busy. I've been seeing a few articles here and there, some stuff on Facebook. So fill us in and tell us what's happening.
Well, we are open to the public again. I know a lot of people still are calling and asking because there's a lot of places that aren't open. But we are there 7 days a week. And so for most of the week, Monday through Saturday, we are open from 10 to 4. And then Sunday's the only day that's different, and that's 12 to 4.
Okay.
So there's still lots of times to come on in.
Oh, yes.
Same thing with our planetarium. We've got a planetarium schedule running Thursday through Sunday. So if you stop in on Thursdays, the first show of that day is 11:30.
Okay.
And on Saturdays, the first show is at 10 a.m.
Okay.
But the rest of the week, they're all at 11:30.
Okay.
And then that extends through the last show of the day is at 3 o'clock.
Okay, so there's lots of opportunities to get in there. And what is the show right now?
So there are a lot of different shows that we have, but I brought in the schedule because I wanted to make sure all of our bases were covered.
Amanda.
So we have quite a few different types of shows. Now the live show is the one that draws in a lot of people. That is where Jonathan, our planetarium coordinator, he'll go through and he'll tell you all about the stars and any other night sky features that you'll see right here in Michigan. But he is trying something a little bit different this month. So on Saturdays, he's trying something called Hawaiian Skies Live.
Ooh.
So he is looking at what the skies are going to look like, say, if you were in Hawaii.
Ooh.
So it's sort of a nice way to pretend you're going on a little vacation just
I'll
for
wear
an
my
hour.
Hawaiian shirt when I come.
Right, that would be so fun. So he's really, looking to see what are some ways that we can sort of bring a little cheer to people here now in the winter. It gets a little dreary and cold.
Yes, it does.
But, thinking a little bit more spring-like. We also have our really great show, Habitat Earth. So that's an earth science show. So thinking ahead towards Earth Day, if that's something that you'd like to look at. A lot of our families who homeschool love to bring their kids there when they're focusing on earth science for science lessons. So that's a great show. We also always have a slot for audience favorites. And so if you pop on in, you can kind of go through our list of all of our showings. And if you're lucky, you might get to pick out what show you get to see that time.
Oh, wow.
So Jonathan does a great job of sort of polling the audience and seeing what they're interested in. He's also great with answering questions. So no matter what show you're there for, if you've got a question about anything we're seeing in the planetarium, he'd gladly show you what we have.
Okay, perfect.
So that's what's going on in the planetarium. In the other parts of the museum, we've got some really great art displays up. So our non-juried art, the New Beginnings show, that's still up and available to see. So that opened early February, and it's going to be up until the very beginning of April.
All right.
So April 3rd is when that closes. But about the New Beginnings show, we do People's Choice for an award that show. So it's non-juried, which means there's not a juror there who's going to choose the tops. People's Choice is more of a popular vote contest. So it's not necessarily just based on skill of the artist. So you could really, go on out and support your art friends who are just trying this for the first time.
Yes.
I bet that would really cheer them up to win our prize. So the top 2 artists for the People's Choice popular vote, each of them get $200.
Woo.
So maybe if your friend is just starting out and trying things for the first time, that $200 might be able to, buy them some more art supplies or support them in some way. But all of our People's Choice votes, they cost $1. So you can get those in a couple different ways. You can come to the museum and see the show. And with your paid admission, you get a free vote.
Okay.
And then you can pay on top of that. You can also call into the museum and pay with a card, and somebody will be able to put your votes in for you. Or we have something brand new on our website. If you use the shop option on our website, you can actually pay for your People's Choice tickets on the website. So we have a picture of each of the art pieces, and you can just right there put in however many tickets you want. If you like, you can vote for every single piece once. You could vote for your friend a bunch of times. We just want to make it easier for some people who I know haven't been coming out quite as much, and we just want to make sure that everybody's able to participate.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And what is your website address?
The website is bessermuseum.org.
Okay.
And our phone number is 989-356-2202.
Okay.
And we also have Lori Keskamaki's wonderful photos, her infant photography.
Yes.
So that's hand in hand with New Beginnings. We're thinking, you know, new babies, new year. So we've got some really adorable images up there. And
She does a wonderful job.
Oh, it's just so cute. And it's like you walk into the museum and they're right there right away. So it's sort of a nice, refreshing, really positive start to the day. So love to see them every day. We've had a few of the infants pictured come in with their parents now that they're getting a little bit older.
And they're famous.
Yes, so that is super fun that we get to see them, and some of them are a little bit older and some are still like itty bitty, but it's a lot of fun just to see the local community come together and support our artists and the models.
Oh, yes.
and the pieces. Yes, so lots of really great opportunities. Lori's pictures are going to be up until April 10th.
Okay.
So also until April. And then following that is when our NEMAG, the Artist Guild, who they come every year and do a lovely show over the summer. So yep, April through August is when the NEMAG show will be coming up. So that, I know April is not too long away. I mean, here we are in March already.
And what about all the outdoor activities? Are those going to resume? I mean, the buildings be open and all, when the weather gets there?
Well, we'll have to take note of that as we get a little bit closer. We'll just have to do a little bit of cleanup in the backyard as we do always.
Oh, yes.
We are doing a little bit of improvement to the log cabin, so that area. Yep, we're going to be looking at some of those logs, of course. We have to take care of our buildings.
Yes.
And that log cabin has been on site for a very long time.
Yes,
and so that's an important part of our job at the museum too, is the care and uptake of those buildings. So you'll see a little bit of that over the summer. And as things grow and change, as they do for everybody, we'll have to see if we can resume some of those larger scale events and see what we can do.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
And one more time, the Planetarium shows that we can come and see and the times we can see them.
Okay, so Planetarium is running Thursday through Sunday. First shows on Thursday and Fridays start at 11:30.
Okay.
And the first show on Saturday starts at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Sunday first show starts at 12 p.m.
Okay.
You can find, I've got my handy little schedule here, you can find this schedule on our website as well, and that's bessermuseum.org.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being here. Glad things are going so well and you're keeping so busy, and look forward to things improving and getting better with you know, the pandemic and things, so we can kind of get back to some kind of a normalcy. I don't know what that'll ever look like, but
yeah, we're always looking for new things and doing a lot of research on our end too, and we just want to make sure that everybody is getting a great experience from our museum.
it sounds like they are. Thank you so very much.
Well, thank you.
I'll be right back with some information from Alpena County Library following these messages. Good morning and welcome back. I'm with Jessica Luther from Alpena County Library. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Nancy.
As I told you, I drove by the library the other day and it looks like so much stuff is going on there. It's absolutely crazy. And it looks like you're actually adding an addition to the library.
Well, what we're doing is we're squaring off those entrances. You know, there was the entrance by the fountain, and then there was the entrance over by the children's area. So those spaces have been squared off, which will provide a lot more room for people. And then we will just have the main entrance over on the Alpena News side. And there will be the elevator and the stairwell will be right there when you walk in the door. It will streamline your ability to get to the second floor instead of having to, you know, walk around. Which is going to be great for, you know, parents with kids and everything. They can go straight up with their stroller, get straight to the children's area, straight across the ramp to get to story time or whatever. I got to do a walkthrough with the architects and the engineers last week, and it's just mind-blowing how amazing it's going to look. The windows that overlook the lawn of City Hall just let in so much natural light. It's gorgeous. And the new teen space has been framed in, and I'm unbelievably excited, and the whole library staff is excited to show everybody what we're doing in there. The project is on time so far, thank you, so that's good. So I think construction will probably be ending sometime in the middle of July, and then once we get all the furniture and everything installed, and then the library staff will get in there. We've got to put our books back on the shelves. So hopefully before the end of the summer, we'll be able to, depending on what COVID has done to us, be able to welcome people back into the building.
And you know, your staff, everyone from beginning to end has done a wonderful job keeping, you know, the library still a viable place, even though you can't go into the building itself. And, you know, that's a huge renovation. That's not like something simple and easy. So kudos to everyone.
Well, thank you. The staff has been outstanding. You know, they're doing, you know, for our patrons who like to browse or, you know, they're used to going up to the desk and talking to the staff and asking them to recommend a book. We have a form online that they can fill out, and our staff will find books for you and have those ready for you to pick up. You can also call and talk to one of our librarians and let them know that you're looking for a book, you just don't know what you want, and they'll get up to 3 books for you. So that's been going really well. We've had a lot of good feedback with that, and you can do it for any age. We've got, you know, we're doing book recommendations for preschoolers and board books, and we're just really happy that we're able to still serve the community despite, you know, the building being closed and despite, you know, the pandemic.
Right.
So we're doing as many things as we can to, you know, keep relevant and keep
And
keep
very
you
few
connected.
services have gone away. I mean, you're managing to keep everything going.
Yes, for the most part. I mean, we've got laptops for checkout still. We've got, you know, the Wi-Fi in the parking lot at the temporary location in Bear Point. Like, you can sit in your car and, you know, surf the internet. You could probably stream a Netflix movie if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got the books, the audio books, our Libby and Overdrive, the app that does the ebooks and audiobooks. They've expanded their collection significantly. We now have
Yes.
access to the entire states, all the other libraries within the state, all of their collections as well. So you should be able to
know, I
find
had a-
something to read or listen to.
I had a book on hold, and it was like going to be 6 months, and all of a sudden it's like 2 weeks now. It's like, yay, something
Yes,
happened.
it's wonderful. Just the entire library world's done so well with adapting to all of these changes, and it's just so nice to have the support of the community, and everyone's been so patient with us and just so appreciative of what we're doing. We have the tax forms still, despite being closed, so those are located right outside our door in a bin.
Good.
Yep, we have those for people to pick up, so that's good. You know, because this time of year, everyone's looking for those. And the AARP, they're doing tax prep, but not at the library, of course. But yeah, everything's still going. Our read tutors are still very busy. They have about 17 learners right now, and they're doing ESL as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's great. And now with all of the virtual learning and everything, they're finding that there's a greater need for math tutoring. So they're doing a lot of
bet.
Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. And they are always looking for more tutors. You know, so if anybody's interested in tutoring, you know, they just give us a call at the library 356-6188, and the read extension is 15. You know, Leslie or Pat will be happy to get you set up with some training. It's, you know, they're just still doing an amazing job. You know, their tutors are learning how to use Google Meet and Zoom and doing things through FaceTime, and I'm just that department just always just makes me so happy with everything that they're doing.
We've got about 3 minutes
Oh,
left.
geez,
Jessica. I want to
Louise.
make sure you hit all the good stuff.
Oh yeah, so we have Dr. Mona Hannah Atisha. She has rescheduled her appearance with us, so it will be a virtual appearance through the Great Michigan Read with the Michigan Humanities Council. It's April 6th at 6:30. Registration is required, which can be done through our website.
Okay.
And she'll be talking about her book, What the Eyes Don't See About the Flint Water Crisis.
Ooh.
Yes, we're very happy to have her back. And we're also, so what we're doing is a community cookbook. It's an online cookbook through Bakespace, but the link is on our website and our Facebook page. And we're asking people, you know, during the past year, everyone, you know, they started out with the sourdough and baking banana bread and everything. So if there's a recipe that's kind of brought you comfort while we've all been locked up in our houses,
Yes.
you know, share it with us. We'd love to know about it. So April 1st is the deadline to submit, and then we will be publishing the ebook. If we find that there's a desire to have a hard copy book, we'll figure that one out in the
Okay.
future. And we've got story time virtually. That's all through our Facebook page. We've got our teen and tween book clubs. We're relaunching 1,000 books before kindergarten, so just give us a call and we can get a folder ready for parents or caregivers that are interested in participating in that. You know, we're just trying to figure out, you know, how do we keep everything moving and keep everybody connected.
Well, you're doing a great job, and you know, I just hope people take advantage of it and, you know, go online and figure out everything that's available and check out the OneDrive and the Libby app, because I know Libby makes me very happy, and lots of great audiobooks that I can do while I'm, you know, working around my house and doing things, and I just really enjoy it. And, you know, spring is coming, people will be out and about, so we're really excited, and we'll be watching for the opening of the library. It'll be so
we
exciting.
will keep everyone updated, yes.
You know, and, you know, our community restored that faith and everything by voting for the millage and, you know, during tough times. So thank you, everyone, and we're excited to see all the new progress and all the new things. And I love the idea of the entrance being right there with the stairs and, you know, the elevator right there. It was quite a walk for someone to get to the elevator, so that's perfect.
Yeah, we're very excited. It's going to be a wonderful community space.
A lot of forethought went into that.
Yes.
Well, thank you so very much, Jessica, for being here today, and I look forward to seeing you next month. And tell everyone I said hello.
I will. Thank you, Nancy.
Take care. Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Good morning. I am Jay Walterite, Director of Public Information and Marketing for Alpena Community College, and this is the ACC portion of Talk of the Town. With me again this morning is Mike Colleen, Director of Admissions for the college. Welcome, Mike.
Great being here, Jay. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's always a joy to have you on because you're so knowledgeable and so enthusiastic about admissions and enrollment at ACC.
Perfect. And I know we're here to talk about a couple of new opportunities that students have out there.
That's right. There are opportunities for students right now. Even though it is the time of COVID, people's educational plans shouldn't be put on hold. The college is still holding classes. We're in the middle of spring semester right now. It's going well. And there are new opportunities for students who may be on the fence about going to school. There's new opportunities for them in terms of tuition and that type of thing. So I was hoping we would talk first about the Michigan Reconnect program, which is a state-funded system to help people with tuition to get into school. So why don't you talk about that?
Well, the Michigan Reconnect program, it just launched this past week, and there's been a little bit of media buzz about it, and so obviously we want to start getting the word out. It's a program through the state of Michigan that's very similar to that Future for Frontliners program that they had late last year for all those workers, those essential workers during the shutdown. Michigan Reconnect is for any Michigan resident 25 years of age and older who has a high school diploma or equivalent and have not yet achieved an associate or bachelor's degree.
Okay.
So ultimately, it's going to give people the opportunity to either come to school, because maybe they didn't come to school right out of high school. Maybe there was something going on, could have went to the military, life, family, job, whatever. Or people who did come to school and something happened and they weren't able to finish. They didn't complete that associate's degree. That's what the Reconnect portion is. So you've got to apply for this program through the state website, michigan.gov/reconnect. And there's a simple application. And what's really good about this is you get an instant approval or denial, but I don't think they're going to be denying me. The qualifications are 25 and older, you don't have a previous degree, and you've lived in Michigan at least for a year and you have a high school diploma. So everyone will know that when they're filling it out. So great opportunity.
And just for our viewers, if you're curious about more information, this is posted on the ACC website with a list of things to do, and that link to the state website is included on that page. Thank you for talking about that, Mike. So talk about the money involved, because that's always the important thing.
It is. So the state of Michigan has deemed this as what they call a last dollar used, which means you've got to exhaust all of their financial aid. So they're requiring you to fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid. That's for a Pell Grant. That's what a lot of students typically do anyway. So the government, the state is going to give you money after you exhaust that.
Okay.
Now, the other important thing to note is that this program is going to cover in-district tuition. So those are the people who live like in Alpena County, and there's a couple of townships in Presque Isle County that pay that voter-approved property tax or millage, and they get the in-district rate. Other students, like maybe you're out in Hillman or Rogers City, maybe down in Alcona, you're considered out of district. So it's going to help you still reduce some costs, but you still may have some costs after it's all said and done. But it's going to reduce your overall educational costs, which is really a big benefit.
Is it like up to half? Is that the fraction?
You know, I think everybody's calculation is going to be different. Once you get registered, we're going to direct you to the financial aid office, and then they got a formula that the state of Michigan has provided you. If you live in Alpena, you're going to get paid for. I mean, you're going to go to school for free. If you live outside of the area, you're going to have a significantly reduced cost of going to school, which hopefully will create that opportunity you've been looking for.
Well, which is, you're right, it's a great opportunity, and I have to point out that community college tuition rates are much lower than the 4 years anyway, so that's a good thing.
Well, and with this program, it's what a great opportunity to maybe come in and get some of our hands-on skilled trades. If it's welding, automotive, machine tool, our concrete program. As we all know, there's a skills gap out there in some of these occupational programs in terms of the workforce.
Right.
So this could be an opportunity that maybe somebody's out there, maybe they're working some jobs and they're looking for a way to advance themselves or find something different. Here's your opportunity, because boy, I'm telling you, the state of Michigan wants to give you money to come to school.
Yeah, the state has been very clear in saying that there are jobs out there and there's employers out there who need skilled workers.
Right.
And going to a community college and getting those hands-on skills is a great way to fill that need. So,
exactly.
So talk about a time frame here. We have spring semester going on right now, so what could people expect if they can get into the program?
Well, of course, they got to do the michigan.gov/reconnect application. You've got to submit an application for admission to the college off our website, alpenacc.edu. There's an apply online link right at the top of the page. Really simple. We have a free application. Community colleges have that open door policy where we accept everybody, so submit the application. And then, of course, do the FAFSA. Once you get all that in, you're going to receive information about our new student orientations, being able to come in and register for classes. And even though you could start in summer or fall, and I know it's early February, we're starting registration in late March. Late March, you could come in and get registered for classes, either for summer or fall, and get that class availability, which will be so good. So it's not too early. Don't be thinking, oh, they're talking about fall. And I know it's February, but really now is the time to be thinking about it. So apply, and if you're interested in the Reconnect program, boy, take advantage of that as well. Definitely, definitely. So I'm glad you mentioned about fall semester and summer semester. It's easy to lose track of those things, you know, since schedules are so up in the air these days, and you never know what's going to happen. Right. We have found that there are a number of new students at the college this semester for spring semester, so that's a positive thing. Absolutely. I mean, the college, our overall enrollment was down a little bit, but a lot of our categories were up. We got a lot more dual enrollment and early college students, which are those high school programs with all of our area high school partners. Our new students and even our readmits, those numbers were up. That very well could have been a part of the Future for Frontliners program that we talked a little bit about. That deadline has passed. That's why we're talking about the Reconnect now. But yeah, there's lots of people who are looking for opportunities, looking for options. You know, this pandemic has really put a sort of a big hurdle in front of a lot of people's lives, and maybe it's an opportunity to maybe change direction or sort of reevaluate and refocus. And the college is there with all kinds of needs. If it's a couple classes, full programs, we likely have something for you. And the last thing I'll just drop in there, we got to wrap it up, but I wanted to say that we have a bunch of remote and online classes, more in this semester, just in case people want to get in the low. So that's all our time. Thank you for joining us, Mike. Absolutely. And thank you for joining us. I am Jay Walteray, Director of Public Information and Marketing for ACC, and this is Talk of the Town.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.